Is it just me, or do Carja people walk slow?
Fine goods for a fair price.
Tried to kill our something. Traders, the whole tribe.
I'll tuck that away. Look at the jaws on that thing. It could snap a sawtooth right in half. space. This is where the Otaru wanted to say her goodbyes. Hunting me. Save these for the trail. Everything's sweaty.
Aloy, you're a woman of your word.
Olin. Your family. I saw the threat from Helis. You have a wife and young boy?
If I'd have striven to keep them safe, instead of all I've done.
This is your chance, Olin. That's why we're here.
I'll take it. A kinder deal was never struck.
They're being held close by?
Yes, the farmstead just beyond these rocks. I'll take you. That's it. Nestled against the spurflints. Best not to think about the previous owners.
Too late.
Aloy! Down behind us! So this is it. I can't bear being so close, and yet...
It's almost over. How many Eclipse are we talking?
From what I've seen, a fair few. Well-armed and armored. Bowmen watching from the ridges. But there's no space for their machine demons.
You've been watching for a while? What's the best way in?
You think if I had a head for strategy, either of us would be in this mess?
Fair point.
We could storm the front gate, Osram style. Or take it from the sides, or the ridge above. Maybe you could get on the rooftops. Not me. I'm too heavy cast.
Should I do this alone?
I don't doubt you could. But with the Eclipse, there's always another blade at your back. So I'll watch yours if you let me.
Let's go.
You have my steel.
Look out! It's her! Die, apostate!
should give me the upper hand.
Die, apostate! You can't invade the shadow!
Strike until they stay down. That's my tactic.
My turn.
We can use that. The outbuildings look empty.
Can't carry more. This has to be where they're holding Olin's family. Bolted tight. One of the Eclipse must have the key. Come on.
Oh, my wife, my child. Aloy, I owe you 3 debts deep.
Thank the sun. You found us.
I found someone who had the courage I hoped for in myself. It's she who deserves your gratitude. I have much to confess. I accepted a devil's bargain, and others paid the price.
And you think I don't know? I heard them talk.
You know there's always been dirt on my hands. Now there's blood, too.
Take your son up in those hands. Come back to the claim with us.
You should listen to your wife, Olin.
But Helis and his demons. I am honor-bound to help you, Aloy. With what little honor a Dysa like me has.
Olin, whatever your debts, you don't owe them to me now. Go with your family. Show them you're a better man.
Farewell, Aloy. Your mother. I hope you find her before they do.
No room.
happened to the new
This must be the Shrine of Kings that Milan told me about.
But it's ours now. It's a public monument.
The Oseram that tried to kill our Sun King? Traitors, the whole tribe of them.
You won't get in there. That dried-up old prune in a robe sees to that.
I can be persuasive. But what does an Oseram want with a Carja shrine, anyway?
It reminds me of someone. Gone 2 years now. But what does a girl like you know of loss?
Try me.
I had a lover. Worked on monuments to their bastard king. Then he gave them a show in their sun ring for good measure. The Carja gave me back his broken bones, but what use are they? They won't build again. They won't make me smile.
And seeing a statue of the Mad Sun King will?
I need to see his work again. The marks his hands carved. The set of the metals they hammered. That's the soul of him. But that shriveled up old priest won't let me near it.
I'll see what I can do.
Every time I get near, he shouts at me.
Oseram slaves built that thing. We deserve to have...
Turn away, child. The abiding Jahaman wishes to be alone in his retreat.
If you want to be alone, go someplace else. Others want to pray here.
Defile it, you mean? Yet another debasement of what was once pure. Truly, our tribe has lost the light. Our king is false, our temple is corrupt, and our soldiers weak. The sun hastens across the sky for shame.
So the Carja have become impure? What does that even mean?
Is Meridian not meant for those who built it, who made it great? It was pure before outlander squatters took it over.
You mean Meridian was pure when the outsiders were in cages or dying in your arena?
The sun is pure, child. It is not our place to question its divine will, only to act upon it.
I thought Avad taking the throne was the sun's will.
The boy dishonored his father, dishonored us all. To kill the Sun King. What shadow, what twilight time he brought upon us.
And how many more would the Mad Sun King have killed if Avad hadn't stopped him?
The sun called for blood. There was no choice but to obey.
You called the temple corrupt, but aren't you one of its priests?
They call themselves sun priests, but they have no authority. Youths and sycophants all. Yet those who gave their whole lives to the sun's service are shamed and ignored.
So that's what this is. A tantrum? A cry for attention?
You know nothing of our rights, and yet you dare to insult me.
You called the temple corrupt, but aren't you one of its priests?
They call themselves sun priests, but they have no authority. Youths and sycophants all. Yet those who gave their whole lives to the sun's service are shamed and ignored.
So that's what this is. A tantrum? A cry for attention?
You know nothing of our rights, and yet you dare to insult me.
Why do you think your army is weak? Because you're not at war with everyone?
A Carja throne relying on forged dirt mercenaries? Preposterous! The so-called liberation was nothing but a purge. Our most blessed warriors, chased out of the city, exiled to Sunfall and the Forbidden West. Our tribe is torn. The ones who walked in light now go by shadow.
And yet everyone but you seems happy they're gone. I'm done arguing with you. Stay or go, but I won't allow you to keep others away.
I am here by the will of the sun.
If you won't accept change, you should try to make peace with it. Your bitterness has poisoned you.
I have no need of your pity.
I wasn't offering it. But if you step aside, you can keep your pride, since it's so important to you.
There'll be a reckoning.
You'll back away from it.
Stay here and let it feel like home. There's a man who knows how to enjoy life.
He gave them the best work he'd ever do. And look at it now.
They defaced it because they hated what it stood for.
They defaced a thing slaves like him lived and died for. Slaves they've already forgotten. Short-sighted bastards, the lot. If they thought their son set off this bridge, they'd jump after it. I thank you for honoring my wish.
I hope you can find peace.
I wouldn't know what to do with it, any more than the Karja do.
Here's what I don't get about the summit. These fancy decorations. Downright embarrassing.
These damn Huss are stirring up tensions. I'm keeping my eyes open.
This must be the Sun's Climb, where the Banuk wants to paint his mark. I'll find a use for you. Forget about traveling light.
You are a better hunter than I. I'll paint the mark while the spirits of the Glinthawks linger.
There'll be more where they came from.
Yes, there will always be more machines. Their spirits find new bodies, but we only last as long as memory. That's why I must leave this story. A monument to our vanished shamans, to the wisdom the Carja bled from us. The machine oil in the paint will preserve it. Preserve their memory against all that was cut away. You have my thanks, Hunter.
These will keep. Got too much already.
When we fled from our cages during the liberation, I tore through this clearing, thinking my friend was behind me. I kept running, but here she remains. Thank you for making it safe for me to return.
I don't want to rush you, but it won't stay safe for long.
I understand. I've done this before in waking dreams. In the pool, I'll find the bracelet of seeds she dropped when she fell. The seeds will be split, escaped, grown wild. She's passing from my memory into the jungles. I'll tell her it was I who died here and became a stranger in our own land, and she who still lives in every time of planting, of rains, harvests.
What is it?
There. Her bracelet. And I thought she was behind me. But there's only my reflection.
Do you need to be alone?
For the first time, I am.
It's not what I imagined when I was a boy, but it's decent work, keeping the city safe.
Hunters, scroungers, bring us your metal.
Scroungers?
I have a snap maw lens to sell.
Excellent! Here's your payment. What a beauty.
Beauty? You only know that word when you're bringing them home from a tavern.
Your objects of art won't pay our dues. I'll tell you why. Because artists are always poor.
Might as well hang that snap maw lens around our necks. There's a dozen hawkers selling them upside.
You wouldn't know supply and demand if it was written on the backs of your hands.
The last thing I want is you making any more deals today.
If you'll see sense about this snap maw lens...
Poor feet.
This ceasefire.
So you've come back to the temple.
I was invited back. The priests wanted to hear what I had to say about reconciliation with the other tribes. They're listening. At least they've begun to listen. There's a distance between ears and deeds.
Because of what we did?
What you did.
It was for the mourners. I think it helped them.
You set them on the path. You can't know what their journeys hold. Such is the priest's lot. Perhaps a red robe would suit you.
Not me. Besides, your temple doesn't even take women.
We would be richer if we did. Go in light, my friend, and let the sun cast your way.
Thank you, Naman. Where I'm going, I could probably use all the light I can get.
Give him a wrap up. Knuckles and let him go.
Food, wine, men, women. Meridian caters to every taste, every desire.
Watch out for the Oseram merchants. They'll as soon cheat you as look at you.
This'll come in handy.
Don't ask me where to go if you're lost. I'm a guard.
eyes on me! Gonna destroy you!
I'm sorry. Varl spoke of a bandit camp and some metal ruins. That must be the place there. Best keep an eye out around here.
Got a live one!
Trouble, like the signal! Gotta pick you apart shot by shot! Hit him down!
Pay attention! I'm shooting here!
I did tell you we'd meet again.
No. Still hunting bandits?
Oh, yes. I've been sharpening my blade, anticipating the son of the fight. Don't get me wrong. These scum are harmless.
A little panic and desperation really sets it off, like an incense.
So, what's your knife called?
Why would someone need a knife?
So much for small talk.
Are you ready?
I didn't need your aid before, and I still don't.
Now that I've seen what you can do, you don't get another camp for free. Think of this as a friendly competition.
Friendly? There, the bandits' captives.
Cut him and bleed him! He's going down! You'll feel this one.
Seeker,
Don't mind me.
may I speak with you? Seeker, would you lower yourself to speak with me? I'm honored. All-Mother be praised.
Are you all right? Is there something you need?
Yes. My friends and I watched you clear the bandits out of this camp. We're glad. They would steal from us, chase us through the night laughing. We're outcasts, not braves. Almost defenseless.
Where did you all come from?
Some of us have wandered the sacred lands for years. As for me, the village I grew up in was burned in the Red Raids. I'm ashamed I wasn't there to protect them, but I was an outcast long before the Carja came.
How did you all come to be here together?
You wonder how we speak to each other when the law forbids it. But what hope do we have here, outside the embrace, alone?
I wasn't judging you. I was an outcast once.
Forgive me. You're right to ask. I convinced them to speak. I told them we were only sentenced to be outcast, not to die out here.
An intelligent approach. How did you come to be an outcast?
I was a fool. I refused to do what I was told. Never went hunting when I could sit under a tree instead. I argued with my family every step, picked fights with other braves. One day,
Such a fight grew fierce. I got a lucky hit, an unlucky one. He went down, and there was no one left to speak for me. I deserve to be an outcast.
You seem different from the person you describe.
I hope to be. We are all outcasts, but we need to stay together to survive. This camp we once hated could serve us well now. Would you let us stay here, even if it flies in the face of the matriarch's laws?
Of course, by all means.
Oh, I'd hoped you'd say so. You're an inspiration to us. Thank you.
Move along now.
Remember how the blood pounded in your ears? They'll play later, in the call. It's a call to arms from our desires.
Or a cry for help.
I wouldn't fight.
I can tell. So you used to be a soldier. You fought for the Karja?
For them, against them. An empire always finds its wars. You can't be picky. The new king of Odd saw things differently. Called an investigation of war crimes. Aren't all wars a crime to someone? Still, I raised my hand and volunteered.
You volunteered to investigate?
No, I volunteered my confession. No sense wasting time on an investigation. I was sent to Sunstone Rock for 2 years. The trade was fair.
They sent you to a rock for 2 years? Is this some kind of Karja ritual?
No, Sunstone Rock is a prison, south of Meridian, south of the Raindraggers. Our new Sun King is a believer in rehabilitation, as am I. In the heat of a stone cell, in the dark, I learned to focus on what was truly important.
What were these things you did,
Acceptable things, under the circumstances.
Acceptable to who?
I don't make decisions. Let's just say there was an engagement secret. But rules are important. And structure. Cage. Otherwise, you know of those places, lonely places where people once lived? Now just a hole cut in the world. Chances are, I was there before.
Have you found a new partner yet?
I thought we were partners.
I have my own roads to follow now.
And they seem to lead back to bandits. That works for me. I'm not suggesting a Karja wedding. I'm never alone when others kill.
Time to move on.
A brief encounter for us, but the end for them. They were squalid lives anyway.
Can't be too prepared. Should have brought a cart. Can't spare the weight. Always use these. go again.
Get over here! She's coming!
Gonna take you apart, shot by shot.
I'm not here.
Right here, you sawed off. Pay attention! I'm shooting here!
Gonna tear you down! This one'll hurt.
Too fast! Gonna tear you down!
They've taken those travelers captive.
Come on, gang! Fight back!
Haven't you got anything better to do?
Too much Oseram influence at the palace.
Stocking up. Frost always said, patience.
I'll admit, at first I felt slighted by your selfishness. But you know, I'm glad I stayed to watch. Every kill you made, I pricked my fingers on an arrowhead just to feel part of things.
You were keeping score? What's wrong with you?
I saw you were preoccupied.
I didn't find your partner.
They killed him. I hardly feel surprised. He was already getting cocky when we carved through the last bandit camp. I thought he and I were agreed. Only enjoy the killing as much as the challenge. No great loss. Nothing in the wilds I can't handle, just me and the voice of our teeth here.
Your bow has a name?
Yours doesn't?
We're done here.
Here? I'm afraid so. But we live in a world of ruins, and bandits are drawn to them like infection to a wound. You wouldn't let that infection set in, would you? I'm sure we'll meet again.
Maybe, if it can't be helped.
If we pass each other by, we'll know it by our work.
Sun King owes his life to an outlander. What a strange time we live in.
How did he get so close to the Sun King? The Oseram Guard will be blaming their shadows for their mistakes. She didn't even hesitate. She stood between these craftsmen and our Sun King.
Need them soon enough.
The Sun King's grown too soft. Too much Oseram influence at the palace. What's he thinking letting Dervahl live?
Hello.
Dervahl. He tried to kill the Sun King. Unbelievable.
You can see them. They can't see you. Finally.
We're so grateful for this home you've made for us.
He's here! New plan.
Where that came from?
Don't give up!
You're trash now. Dodge me. This one'll hurt.
I'm gonna shatter you. Death's coming for you quick.
Just because he failed to kill the Sun King doesn't mean he's any less guilty. He should pay.
The only justice Dervahl deserves is at the tip of a spear.
We're letting the Oseram take Dervahl. They'll give him a rap on the knuckles and let him go.
It was only a matter of time before an Oseram tried to kill the Sun King.
That crazy Oseram tried to kill our Sun King till the machine riders stopped him cold.
Full already.
The Oseram have gone too far this time. Dervahl should die for his crimes.
Great day for getting things done.
I don't want to think about what would have happened without you there to save the Sun King.
It was Dervahl. He tried to kill the Sun King. Unbelievable.
I work all day while the nobles fiddle with their robes.
Oseram will spend weeks making a contraption to do a job for Carter.
That crazy Oseram tried to kill our Sun King.
You're alert. This has to be the Banuk camp that Vilgan told me about. So what happened to the other mercenaries he sent? The machines are docile. Looks like they've already been overridden.
Good hunting.
I wish you a bountiful hunt. This is how the Banuk must have gotten up and down the mountain.
The spoils of the hunt have been a little light lately. We should find a few machines, earn the spirit's favor.
In Banur, they already sing songs about the hunts I've completed.
Shaman, you're trying to understand the machines here too?
Yes, Nora. I'm taking my time with my studies. Between you, me, and the spirits, I appreciate the peace. Not just from the machines. There are many changes in Ban-Ur. The hunters and shamans bicker without end.
What about?
How best to deal with a harsher world. The hunters, they don't want it back the way it used to be. And we shamans find ourselves able to explain less and less. So many are exiles now, sent to wander. Here, no one argues. So, I welcome mystery.
The machine spirits getting soaked from melted snow.
I am the best hunter of my Werak, and none shall wrest that honor from me.
The shamans say the herds move this way.
Tomorrow, we'll see what the shamans have learned from the machine spirits.
The last hunt was a good one. Struck swift as snow, and none will be going hungry.
May there be songs in your name. I have proven my worth with 100 hunts, and my song will echo for 100 more. I don't like spending so long away from the hunt. It makes my muscles twitch.
At this grove, anyone can commune with the machine spirits as the shamans do.
What are we doing here? Every idle movement is another mile between us and the herd.
This is how the Banuk must have gotten up and
Don't
down the
assume the
mountain.
hunt will be easier just because the land is warm. The hunt demands full preparation.
The spoils of the hunt have been a little light lately. We should try.
say even the ice.
I wish you a bountiful hunt. What are we doing here? Every idle moment is another mile between us and the herd.
I have proven my worth with 100 hunts, and my song will echo for 100 more.
Sing to the village.
Perhaps the machines are glad to be separated from their herds, too.
To see this grow for themselves. The shamans would be wise not to let them. How can we be certain the spirits aren't testing us? Scale melts like ice. We should get back out and track the herd if we want to maintain our reputations.
You honor me.
The last hunt was a good one. Struck swift as snow. None will be going hungry. Sing to the glaciers.
Machine spirits are anchored in all places but this one grove.
Travel well.
Honor to your word.
Greetings, Nora. I am Tikuk.
Shaman, I've never seen anything like this.
The blue light is strong here. My people traveled far from the heights of Ban-Ur to experience it for themselves.
The blue light?
The light of the machine spirits. It is all around us. It settles upon us. This is how it used to be, before they grew angry.
I know about the derangement, but I didn't think the machines were ever this calm. What is it about this place?
We don't really know. We sing and we listen to the machine songs.
Tikuk, have any other Outlanders come through here recently?
Some Asaram, yes. They were convinced the machines were malfunctioning, as if machines were mere devices in need of repair. Well, that is how the Asaram see the world, is it not? They ate with us. Then, when they were satisfied there was nothing they could explain, they left with the Northern Light.
The machines sing to you?
To each other. You are a hunter. You must have heard their communions and hymns, their calls and cries. We're not meant to understand, but we shamans try to interpret. What is the song that angered them so, that turned them upon us? What song soothes them? Does it thrum in the air here, just outside of hearing? How can we heal the machine world?
What's with the big guy?
I was drawn to this place in a storm. At first, I thought the keening was the wind, snapping off the mountain's frozen face. But no, it was the Thunderjaw's song. I found it crouched on its haunches, its metal unmoving, and I took shelter beneath it. When the storm cleared, its singing done, perhaps the spirit left its great shell, or perhaps it slumbers and remains. So we have not stripped and gleaned this one. We treat it with the care it is owed.
Do you mind if I look around more, Tikuk?
Speak, trade, listen. You are welcome. No harm will come to you here.
So it's not the Banuk that are doing this. There's something about this place. They can't see it, but maybe my focus
I have
can.
proven my worth with 100 hunts, and my song will echo for 100 more. Long health and hard ice.
There, a signal. And the source is at the top of the mountain. I'd better look into it. The snow's got a bite out here. This is how the Banuk must have gotten up and down the mountain.
Banuk lands are harsher than these. Hunting here is relaxing.
Bulldogs are just waiting. A good sign, I guess.
You're jumping shard purses. You can't just...
Did Vilgun send you? Your shards can buy a conscience.
Never mind that. Nora girl, you have to stop the others. Up ahead, we snuck up here. Uncovered some kind of ancient device, plain as an anvil. That's what affects the machines.
The other bungheads voted to take it to Pitchcliff for auction. But it's taken a beating already.
like it dropped from the sky.
But we tried to stop them digging it out. Without that thing up here, those Banuk will be massacred.
I'll stop them. You two get out of here. It sounds like you've already done enough damage.
Well, that's a fair appraisal. You bunch of chuff skulls.
What have you done?
Who are you? You're not one of those Banuk.
Too late. Let me look at it.
Hold on. This was our delve. We did the work. You want to put your axe in? What's this thing worth to you?
I don't know about this. This was your idea. You started it, you can finish.
All right. Could be this thing is just scrap, but even scrap has a price. So I'll ask again, what's it worth to you?
It's worth more to me than you are. You still want to negotiate?
Forget it. All Ys ever given me is black toes.
They've made a mess of this. Catastrophic malfunction. This is from long ago. And it's been sending a signal all this time. Fading out. This is from Gaia Prime. Some part of her was still functioning. Until now. I have to get back to the camp before the machines tear it apart. No, they've already started attacking.
The hunt is back.
The machines are angered. Keep your distance. Hunters, defend the camp. Do what you must.
Yes. Roar and rend at me. I don't fear it. Now you'll hear my song, machine. A sharp song. The hunt is back. Yes.
There was only a side effect. He's not going to be happy about this. I'd have to ditch something.
Nora, did you know this change would come upon us?
Not exactly. Although I know there is a lot changing in our world. This time it was outsiders. Those Oseram thought.
The Oseram do not think. They will never understand the balance between us. Between man and machine. Now the blue light has gone, and we are left with many songs, but more for mourning than gratitude.
So what now? Will you go back to your homeland?
When we teach the young to walk on shifting ice, we say, the secret is taking one step, then the next. Perhaps one day, we will understand the machine's mysteries.
From what I've learned, I think that day will come, Tikuk. And there can be peace again.
Myself.
Only a matter of time before an Oseram tried to kill the Sun King.
The Sun King is grown
Able-bodied adventurers, Outlander, are you looking for... Wait, I know your face. You came back. How did we fare?
Expensively.
That's what I was afraid of.
The tame machines. It's hard to explain, but there was a kind of signal that calmed them. Your men got greedy, so it's gone now.
Gambling's a shoddy job, girl. I should have been a weapons dealer. That's steady work. Here, take it. The half I'd owed those hammer-handed chunks.
Half? I finished the job. And what was it you said? Enough to buy a more becoming garb?
What do you want? Carja silks? Ah, hoisted on my own purse strings. Can I interest you in a reasonable share of a lucrative opportunity? You again. I never forget a face I've lost shards to.
Keep that for later. These are helpful. Bitter, though. You're Orn? Aren't you a little young to be a sentinel?
You can talk.
Fair. The war chief had me bring you these fire arrows. Send up a signal the moment you see anything suspicious, all right?
I know. I'm young, not stupid. If they come back...
Just be safe.
The trip down's the best part.
It hurts now, but I'm all the wiser for it.
got out of there quick.
Jen helped me with my mother.
Snow chill. Itches. I brought you the Lancehorn lens, Sona.
I'll make a weapon with this myself. No warrior should forget the feel of craft. And you brought the signal arrows to Orn?
I did. Kind of hope he never has to use them, though.
We stand agreed. It is a poor war chief who has a craving for war. For now, all I ask of our braves is that they are ready. I thank you for your aid. Should All-Mother test us with another storm, we will not bend to it.
She got sick and died in the night. She was old.
I'm picking up another signal. I must be closing in on the signal.
I fear this ceasefire is a ruse.
Are you Galeev, the healer?
I had planned to spend the day gazing at the lands of my exile and feeling sorry for myself. But you're not from Sunfall, so this could be interesting.
I came from the tent city there. There's a sick girl. Her brother told me about you.
The answer is no.
What?
No, I can't spare the medicine, nor my time to administer it. My resources are already spread thin as the soiled cloths I have to use for dressings.
Why won't you help?
Look at it from my perspective. What meager goods I can get must be smuggled in. That's expensive. The behemoth's share goes to the military. Of course, there are the demands of the Citadel. Helis's kestrels are so prone to sticky ends. What's left, that's for the nobles, who can pay well for my services.
Look at it from my perspective. A little girl is sick.
I think we are calling to each other across an ideological impasse.
What's stopping me from just making you do it?
I'd have to cause a situation. And you wouldn't harm the only healer disgraced enough to work for the Shadow Carja, would you?
Well, we've only just met, but yes, it's tempting.
And take it up with the Citadel. They decide who lives and dies. Nothing you can do would compare to my punishment if I used the last of my stock on a tent girl.
You're kind of an ass, healer.
There's no cure for a conscience, but in this line of work, I've built up an immunity to it. And yet, if you feel so strongly about this one girl, perhaps we can make a deal. My charity for a Thunderjaw heart.
That's not how charity works.
It is how deals work. You'd settle my debts. For a while.
Those parts aren't exactly easy to come by.
As it happens, a Thunderjaw prowls the Valley of Omens, north and west of here. I know it well because they expect me to put its victims back together. Runaways, mostly.
If I do this, it's not for you.
Oh, I'm not expecting you to do it at all. But I'll be heading back to the Citadel later.
Disappearing in the night. Deserters, if you ask me.
Seeing the sun gives me hope. For a minute.
I'd have to leave something else behind. This has to be the place. The Thunderjaw shouldn't be hard to find. Just hope I see it before it sees me. That thing is huge. And built to fight. This has to be the place. The Thunderjaw shouldn't be hard to find. Just hope I see it before it sees me.
We won't be strong enough to take back Meridian.
The food is from Dowager Queen Nasadi, little ones. Her Highness knows times are hard and helps when she can. Eat, but bring some home for your families, if you have one. I've heard whispers about you. Rides machines, fancy spear, delightful freckles. Some even say you have a conscience. How extraordinary.
Who are you? You're obviously not one of the Shadow Karja.
My name is Vanasha. For now, all you need to know is that I'm a whisper of reason in this howling pit of insanity.
I know how that feels.
I'm sure you do. And so does Uthid. He's a good man, so naturally the Shadow Karja want to murder him. I've done some digging, and I think he's headed for the Green Climb. It won't take those mercenaries long to find him. He could use some help, if you're so inclined.
Stop being evasive and tell me who you really are.
Stop being evasive? You might as well tell me to stop being charming. It's impossible, but I like you, so I'll tell you a secret. I have friends in Meridian, and I like to do favors for them when I can. Uthid might be of use to them, if he survives.
How do you know Uthid is innocent?
I'm excellent at making inquiries. Look, he feeds orphans from his own rations and personally punishes anyone who hurts the old or infirm. The idea that he would try to kill Edaman is ridiculous. He must have found something that can embarrass the priesthood. Otherwise, Bahavas wouldn't risk marking such a well-regarded man for death.
What makes you think he's on the Green Climb?
He knows he'll be pursued, so he needs a hideout that's both familiar and defensible. He once single-handedly held off an entire bandit clan in those foothills. My guess is that he'll fall back on what worked before.
I'll do what I can for Uthid. But what about you?
What about me what?
What will you do while I risk my life?
Useful things, little huntress. Look for 3 dead trees south of Sunfall. They mark the start of the Green Climb. Good luck.
I have your machine part. A deal's a deal. See to the girl, and it's yours.
On my oath. But tell me, if this girl survives, what do you suppose is her future?
It's better than not having a future at all.
What a charming notion. Come, come, let's be quick about this. Kindness doesn't keep well in the heat.
A new soldier delivered my rations today. When I asked about the old fellow, all he said was gone.
It's you. Hello again.
I've brought someone to see your sister.
How did you... What did we do to deserve... No, wait. I don't even want to ask, in case a shadow passes over and is gone.
Smart boy.
She'll have his full attention, won't she?
Once I'm freed of other distractions, yes.
I like to think...
smiley face after a long day's work.
Take a look at these wares.